Hi, my name's Thomas. For the past 10 to 15 years, I've been directly impacted by family members fighting addiction. On this journey, I've realized a few things. Addiction and mental illness are very underestimated afflictions. It's very difficult for addicts to get the help they need. And it's not because the help's not out there, although in my opinion there should be more help and more safety nets locally, but it's more because the resources are scattered and extremely difficult to find, almost like putting a puzzle together. I watched my brother struggle to beat an opiate addiction, and even with my help, it was the most painful thing he'd ever experienced. Just knowing where recovery clinics are is a task, not to mention the mountains of paperwork and prerequisites involved. Those who want to be sober often relapse while waiting for appointments that are weeks away. Also, those who don't have loved ones playing an active role in their recovery also find themselves alone in this journey. Between bus schedules for transportation, shelter, food, qualifying for these drug programs, I can now see why many addicts just revert back to being an addict. My plan is to start with a very user-friendly website. I've purchased the domain name, RochesterAddiction.com, to start here locally in Rochester. I plan on working with the community, all the local resources, drug centers, therapists, drug counselors, halfway houses, state officials, food banks. I want to come up with a step-by-step way to beat an addiction, meaning they can log onto this website, pick their addiction, and every resource they would need for this one addiction locally here can be found. And not just found, but the paperwork, the mountains of paperwork that come attached to all these centers and the Medicaid office, it'll all be on this website. They can print out a packet, fill it all out, and it'll be a very customized, tailored how-to start to finish per addiction, whether it be opiate, marijuana, cocaine, alcohol. I want to have it all outlined. Excuse me, I'm reading off my notes here. Again, we talked about outlining every addiction. I will have every application from multiple programs, including state programs, easily accessible, as I stated earlier, with outlined directions on how to fill them out and what to do with them. Explain the process. I will also have a list of doctors who accept Medicaid for those who need it. Suboxone doctors, which if those of you who have ever dealt with a Suboxone or an opiate addiction know that Suboxone is a very important drug that plays a role in recovery for opiate addicts. It's a very hard drug to get your hands on because in itself it's potent, but it helps kick a very powerful opiate addiction. It'll have Suboxone dealers, addresses, phone numbers, and again, their prerequisites, what you need to do, what programs you have to be in to qualify for this help. Also a list of recovery friendly places, halfway houses, shelters, hobby centers. Underneath addiction, there's always some sort of mental illness or depression. I want to focus on hobby centers or activities to keep people busy during this process. Some people can't eat, so I want to have the food banks there. Some people have nowhere to live. I want to link in with local halfway houses, and again, not just say, hey, here's an address, but hey, here's what they want you to do. Here's what you have to do. No one tells you this because, there's just no website like this. You got to go to the halfway house, talk to a worker who isn't getting paid much, who has lost patience because of all the stress they've had to deal with at the halfway house, and they give you a form, and the form's got to be filled out by such a date, and then, before they can accept you got to go to this place across town and catch the bus, and then, they say no. It's an extremely, I've been through it with my brother, it's incredible how people actually kick these addictions, because the process, here locally anyways, it's kind of a joke, to be honest with you. They make it very difficult for these people, especially poor people, to kick these addictions. The major initiative here is to simply simplify this extremely difficult process for those who need the help and who aren't thinking clearly. This will ultimately save local municipalities and the state money. I believe I can reduce the risk of relapse, at least here in Rochester. I know I can, with a successful plan of action. And then maybe this thing can grow into an actual resource center, where people can come and we can walk them through it in person. Maybe I can go to other cities, This site and future outreach center will sustain itself financially, A, through donations, and B, through allowing local therapists, doctors, and other centers, whether they be state or privately owned, to subscribe a month, monthly, to have their information displayed on this website. So whether it be $19 or $29 or $59, whatever it may be, these doctors are going to get found and in return get business, and they're going to help these people. But them giving back and being able to get found, I think it's a win-win for everybody. If you support my idea, please donate. If you're a mother, father, friend, or sibling of an addict, you know firsthand how powerful addictions can be and how hard they are to kick. And you yourself have probably gone through very painful times. I know I have. To battle a lengthy process, I think that it's important to have a central place where someone can go and just literally step by step, every application, everything they need to do to qualify for every specific program is right at their reach. The donations are going to pay for website SEO, website building, advertising this website, any costs involved. I think it can work. I've Googled locally. There's nothing like it. No one else is doing it, and I think it's very important. And it's again, drug addiction is very underestimated, in my opinion, along with the mental health affliction that comes with it usually. So again, my name is Tom. I appreciate you watching my video. Feel free to donate. Every little bit helps. I'm going to donate. A lot of this is going to be out of pocket for me. I think it's a great idea, and I think if it could catch and grow, it city by city could reduce the rate of addiction. And these people can be productive citizens. Taxpayers. It's we oftentimes like to turn our heads, at the bums, at the drug addicts, but they're people too, and they're struggling with this addiction. They're struggling with these afflictions. They want the help. A lot of times they don't know how. But I'd like to help. So with your help, I think we can get some stuff done here. Thank you.